If you're going to scream Black Lives Matter, then all Black lives must matter. LGBT Black Lives Matter. All Black people, all Black, not some Black people, not some cisgender Black people. All Black people, all Black lives matter. And that is what this fight is about. It's the video of a black trans woman being beaten up in a deli in Kentucky. I don't care if she's a criminal. I don't care if she hit somebody with her car. I don't care if she was drunk. She does not deserve to be attacked the way she has been attacked. It is not right for our own people in our own community, men in our own community, big burly men beating up a tiny black girl, tiny black trans girl, attacking her because she's a trans woman. It's wrong. It is wrong. You need to stop it. If you are saying Black Lives Matter, then all Black lives should matter. If you are saying Black Lives Matter, then trans lives should matter. Gay men's lives should matter. Bisexual men's life should matter. Black bisexual men's lives should matter. Just because they are in the LGBT community doesn't mean that they are not valid. I cannot sit down back and watch my trans sisters being murdered and being attacked by our own community, by men in our own community, being ostracized, being disowned by our family. When we walk out of the house, we get called names. When we come back home, our family rejects us. And then when we go out in order to do our businesses, we get killed or we get murdered by our own people in our own community. That has to stop. And that has to stop now. I don't care if you think, oh, your religion does not allow you, or your culture does not allow you, or LGBT is un-African, or LGBT is not black. I'm sorry, we are human beings. We have blood running in our veins just like you. One thing the black community needs to know and understand is that when you attack a black LGBT person, you are attacking yourself. When you beat up or kill a black trans woman, you are killing your own. You are killing yourself. And how do you think anybody is going to take you seriously? Especially you're trying to preach to the world that they should be inclusive and understanding of your plight as a black person. And then you stand there and say some black people don't matter. I'm tired of this whole preferential selective movement where it's like, oh, when you hear a trans person has been murdered or a trans person has been attacked, you don't see anybody on the street protesting for us. You don't see anybody on the street saying anything about what we are going through. You don't hear anything about that. The only time you hear it is when it's a cis black man that has been attacked. It's about time that it changes because black people, you need to speak out. When you see a black trans woman attacked, you need to stand up and speak out and defend your black sister. She is your sister, whether you like it or not. Black trans women are your sister. Black trans men are your brothers. Black trans non-binary people are your family member, whether you like it or not. You need to learn and educate yourself on what it means to be in the LGBT. I think it's about time. You only say it's not your place to educate racist people about black issues. Then, hello, it's about time you too start educating yourself about what it means to be in the LGBT community and the plight of what black LGBT members go through. We are at the bottom of the barrel. We are the lowest of the bottom pole. You talk about racism, we face racism and refuse jobs because of the way they look. LGBT people are discriminated heavily against. They are disowned by their family. They are kicked out by their families. They are treated like a pariah in their communities and treated as strange and abnormal. And then you sit down there and watch it happen, enjoy it, take out your phones and watch your member, your own black community member being attacked by a fellow black person become a spectacle, something that you people enjoy to watch and laugh. Oh, a tranny is being attacked. Oh my God, look, it's a tranny. Ah, oh, and screaming, flip out your phone and film it and put it on social media because in order to titillate and entertain your followers. What really pissed me off about that video the most is it's happening at the same time as this whole protest is going on about equality and about discrimination, about police brutality. We have a trans man being killed by a police. Nobody is saying anything. We have trans women being killed by black men and black people in our community and nobody's saying anything. Nobody's saying anything. How can you scream and fight and tell other people to accept you when we can't even accept and love our own? How can we sit down there and say that, oh, look at me, I'm rejected, people are being hateful towards me, and then you're doing the same thing? And they're saying the oppressed are the worst oppressors comes to mind. We are oppressed, and then we oppress our own, which is so vulnerable because due to the prominent attacks that are constantly being channeled towards the LGBT community, especially when it comes to religion and culture. We use Abrahamic religions and a white man's religion to judge our own people. I've been saying this so many times. I've said it so many times. Go back and watch my videos. We keep using white man's religion, white man's views, white man's sodomy laws to attack our own people. That is what we do. We are part of you. When you attack us, you attack yourself. Do you think that by attacking a trans person, an LGBT person, it makes you more of a man? And when a black cisgender woman attacks a trans woman or invalidates her womanhood, it makes you more of a woman? No, you are attacking yourself. Look in the mirror. And I know many of you will be in this video right now getting angry and screaming and shouting at me. I don't care. I've said what I said. If you don't like it, too bad. You don't have to watch my videos. I'm just saying it. It's about time that we include all black people, not just some black people, all black people. And when next you protest, I challenge all of you that when a black trans woman is murdered in our community, let all of us speak out. Let all of us come together and speak out. Not just when a cisgender black man is killed. Not just when a cisgender black woman is killed. When a non-binary person is attacked, when a trans person is attacked, when a gay man is attacked, when a bisexual man is attacked, when a lesbian woman, all black people, not just one particular group. We are all the same and we are one. The only way we are going to fight the scourge of racism and the only way we are going to be unified is when we all come together through education, learning about all our different courses and the reason why we all came into existence and why we are all unique in our own very special way is when we come together as one group unit, together very strong. That is the only time that we're going to win. Not when we fragment ourselves and be attacking our own, just because you don't understand what it means to be trans. Because people fear what they don't know. All these attacks comes from a place of ignorance and a place of lack of education on what it means to be in the LGBT community. But so many of our people, because they are so uncomfortable with the idea of LGBT, they don't even want to open their hearts to listen or learn about what LGBT people are going through. How are you going to be able to make any change? How are you going to be able to understand what we're going through when you shut the door and say, no, I don't want to listen. No, I don't want to know anything. No, I don't want to educate myself on what it means to be LGBT. How is anything going to change around us when we continue being so ignorant and shutting everything out and saying, that's it. I don't want to talk about it because I don't feel comfortable talking about it. Yes, LGBT people makes me uncomfortable, so therefore I will not talk about it. I challenge you to fight that fear. I challenge you to come to me and ask me questions. I will gladly educate you if you're polite. But if you're rude, I'll call you out. But if you're polite, of course, I'm glad to educate you on what it means to be in the LGBT community. But shutting yourself out and saying, no, I don't want to talk about this. No, I don't want to talk about that. It's not right. It's not. How are we supposed to make a change? How are you supposed to get educated when you are just vehemently so stubborn and not to want to listen to what LGBT people are going through? The LGBT community start calling out our own people, especially black people who claim to be our allies and are not spreading the news and are not going out there to educate people on the subject. It's about educate your family members. Let's start from home. This is the charity start at home anyway. So let's start from home. Let's start educating people from home. Let's start telling our own mothers, our brothers and sisters. I try to make my own way to educate my own mother and my sister about what is going on around the world and why LGBT people are valid. Not some LGBT people, all LGBT people are valid. It doesn't matter if they're sex workers. It doesn't matter what they do for a living. It doesn't matter who they are, where they're from. We need to come together as one. The only time that anybody cannot win against us is when we come together. When you pick one stick of a broom, it's easy to break. When we come together as one one as a whole, it will be impossible for us to be broken. If we continue attacking one another and pulling each other down, then yes, it will be easy to break when they're just singular and separating ourselves from the cause. We all need to come together as one big family, and then we will not be broken.